everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two teams coming in feeling good about how their last game went and want to continue with another win here today. It's the Panthers going up against the Packers.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Ebron's got it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Going deep for Benjamin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery, and he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet, right near midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Richard on the toss. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. Off play action. Newton.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kelvin Benjamin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. Play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
first down. Newton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain at 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now a handoff here to his running back. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And his kick is right through. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Here we go now. 3:19. All right, now look at 56.
Running left, Montgomery. And some room to roam now. A great move by Montgomery. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So we come upon halftime, intermission. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Leopard! Back! Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right up.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
On the right side, caught by Green. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Newton dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looking to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. 3rd down here.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Newton. They look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's go. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Montgomery on the counter. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go! Detroit! Blue landing! Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Let's back that! Over! Gone! Over! All right, now, look at 56. Gone! Leopard! Detroit! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
They'll run with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the I. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Ladarius Green, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll look to throw, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now.
Now let's go.